some of y'all really had to go through hell and back to find yourself and to build yourself and to be in a space where you are like, okay, I am inhabiting an energy that I always wanted to inhabit. This is the most authentic version of myself. But in the process, you had to leave a lot of places and spaces behind. I feel like you're in this King of Pentacles energy at the moment, and the end point that you're trying to get towards, or the next level up, is the world. And you've managed to get to this King of Pentacles place. Okay, you've got your stability. You've got your kingdom. Like, you've got your space, your environment that you have built up, built the foundation of. But on the way, it feels like you had to shed a lot of layers, a lot of layers. And I feel like why this is coming up in this reading is that I think on the way you left spaces you were supposed to leave, and you left versions of yourself behind and traits that you were supposed to leave behind. But you also lost some of yourself along the way, parts of you that you now have to bring back into the fold. So, universe, please, insight and information. What does this beautiful collective need to know as they go on the journey to reclaim parts of themselves that are destined to be in their final form? As I tap into this, I see this vision of just you laughing, really genuinely belly laughing, laughing like a child. There's this, it feels like there is a space, or there are people that are going to have you crying laughing, and it feels like you have not always been around those people, or maybe you aren't always around people that make you feel like that. For some of you, maybe you're never around people that have you just laughing super hard, or giggling like you're a little kid. But I feel like there is this joy that you are wanting to find, wanting to inhabit, and that childlike part of you is just wanting you to gravitate towards the people and places that give you that, because it seems like while you have been moving on in the world to try and build that stability for yourself, that childlike part of you has kind of been left behind. We have the 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, Justice, and the Star. I know that I'm tapping into the same people in these different readings. I feel like there's a few of, maybe some of you resonate with multiple readings that are coming out over the coming days, because we have a lot of the similar cards cropping up. I feel like you've been so focused on building a sustainable future for yourself that it's put you in this really bound place where those childlike dreams and ambitions that you've had have really, really had to go to the wayside, really, really gone to the side. And that's why it's hard to maybe try and inhabit that childlike energy, because I feel like in some ways you don't want to go near that part of yourself because you've let them down. Not saying that you have. I'm not saying you've let down any part of yourself. I'm saying that you don't feel like going towards that childlike part of yourself because you feel like you let down your inner child. You gave up your childhood, your frivolity, your joy to grow up. I see this pathway forward. I see that you're moving forward with aspects of your life, but this is what I see. It feels like when you come up against certain things in your reality that remind you of the dreams that you had when you were younger, it does kind of break your heart. It breaks your heart to be oh, I didn't do that. I didn't go and get that. And in ways maybe you feel like you abandoned your inner child by not like letting yourself indulge in your dreams. That's what it feels like. It feels like at a certain point, maybe you had dreams of being a rock star, right? Let's just say that, for example. Let's say you had dreams of being a rock star, and by the time you were 17, you were like, okay, well, that's just never going to happen for me. So it's time for me to jump into this career because I'm about to be an adult. So I have to go pick a thing to do. So I'm going to go do that thing. And so maybe now if you ever come into contact with, like, if you ever go and see a rock show, or if people around you are pursuing creative goals as well and like getting to inhabit that, like it feels like whenever you get close to that, it hurts. Because there's that very small part of you that you shut down really, really quickly. You shut it down so fast that it's almost as if it's not there. But there is this moment, this minuscule microsecond of a moment that's like, you could have done that. And you shut it down. And in doing so, you also shut down your inner child that wanted to do that outlandish pipe dream that you had. And that's why it's so hard for you to like reconnect to a part of yourself that's gonna giggle madly and find something so funny. Like, you are so practiced at shutting down your inner child and your inner child's voice because it's too painful, but it's actually stopping you from like fully inhabiting joy in general. Oh no, that makes me so sad. Because I'm going to be so real with you. Like, your inner child is not mad at you for not, like, for getting a big girl job or a big boy job or an adult job. Your inner child's not mad at you for that. Your inner child's just sad that they're like locked away, that you abandoned them. I think your inner child's got more feelings about you rejecting them that might even leak into you feeling like a hypersensitivity to rejection out in the world, even as an adult. Like, you feel a hypersensitivity to rejection because your inner child faces this rejection like every single day, that you don't let them like madly giggle and laugh. And yeah, I need to move on to some more cards because it just makes me sad. My point is, so your inner child's not mad at you. Like, your inner child just wants to be embraced by you. Your inner child does not blame you for not becoming a rock star. Your inner child understands the pressures of capitalism. Like, they just want to be happy. They just want to be invited to the party. And I feel like once you start to inhabit that, you're going to be so much happier. The rejection sensitivity is going to go. Your creativity is going to explode. You might even actually dare to maybe look back at those dreams and goals that you had as a child and like try and see what happens if you make a couple moves with it. If you re-enter that space, it's never too late. It's never too late. Okay, we have the Justice and the Star. You actually have the ability now, more so than when you did as a teenager or as a child, to, if you wanted to, potentially take action on these childhood dreams that you have. Like, this came up actually right before I came into this reading, because I did the last reading, went, had dinner, came back. And the thing that, like, right as I was about to sit down that kept coming up was like, this is like your second chance. This is your second chance to do everything. So if you are ready for it, this could be your second chance to try, just to try. I'm not saying you're going to get it, but you don't have to keep living that life of feeling like you rejected a part of yourself. You can just do the things. And it's not even, how do I say this? It's better this time around. It's better with the second chance because you're wiser, you're more experienced. So if you were to try and be a rock star at 17 years old, 18 years old, it would have been an absolute fluke if you got anywhere. And who knows what would happen if you made those decisions. But like, you also couldn't because you didn't. But now you are like wiser, you're smarter, you know more about yourself, about how you work, about how you operate, about what motivates you, about what you need and what is important for you to have space from. Like, you know yourself. You're in a better position now to go after your dreams than you were as a 17-year-old. Like, you have the wisdom and the creativity and probably the facilities to go after what you want now. You're just so practiced at rejecting your true dreams that you won't even like entertain it. That's what's stopping you that's what is the obstacle between you and this here. You could have everything. You could be that version of you that can create worlds, that is a master manipulator of your reality. Because you have the guts to go after it. And let me tell you, as I use the rock star metaphor because that's what's closest to me in my world, but like, I had dreams of being a musician and I put them away when I was finishing high school, and I went and did a degree, and then 3 years later I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it while I'm young and pretty. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go study music. I'm gonna try this thing because I wanted to be a famous rock star. And even though that's not the thing that has happened for me, that I didn't become this Hayley Williams Paramore-esque rock star yet, I'm not ruling it out. But I now, because of those decisions, live a life that is so aligned to me, that I have so much joy in, and I have music every single day in my world. Like, I'm constantly playing music, and like, if I had not just taken that chance and been like, you know what, I'm going to go in this direction, I wouldn't be on the path that I am now. It wouldn't have led me here. And I am so grateful that this is my life now. So I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but like, you can enter into the space that you always dreamed of, and you could even potentially find a pathway that is more aligned to you. Because when we're young, we want to be famous. When we're young, we have dreams that are just like not founded in reality. Like, what we know about, especially fame for women, like, it's quite a unsafe space. There's a lot of not cool things going on, and a lot of, you know what? Yeah. We don't realize that. It's very glamorized when we're children, but there are still elements of that industry that might work for you, even if it's not exactly this like dream that you had as a child and doesn't look exactly the way that you thought it was going to. I think that this is like, there's a push here. There's a push here to say things are aligning for you, and they have been for a while. But you're so in the practice of denying yourself the things that you want. Oh, why do I feel like that hit some of your hard? You are in the practice of denying yourself things that you want. Oh. Baby, you're going to end up in a place you don't want to be because you keep denying yourself things that you want. You keep denying the things that you want. You're going to end up with a reality that you don't love. Universe has been setting up everything so that you, when you decide to make the change and be like, this is my second chance, I am gonna do this now, you will have everything to support you. Another awesome, amazing, uplifting, and long reading. My gosh. Let's get into the oracle cards. Universe, please, inside information. What last words does this collective need to hear to like inspire them to take a chance on themselves and their inner child and just do the things, do the fun things that are going to make you laugh? This came up in another reading as well. So if you are hearing these words again, good to see you again. I wasn't always like this, I had to create who I am. You are going to need to create this. These like childhood dreams that you want, they don't just happen. You need to be the person that makes the decisions to make it happen. I feel like when we're young, we have this idea of like, oh, it's just gonna happen. One day I'm gonna be this thing. And as we get older, we're like, why hasn't it happened for us yet? It's because you haven't become the person that's gonna say it's now. Now's the time that it happens. And when you decide to be the person that's like, it's now. I am the version of me that makes this happen. Like, in order for it to happen, you have to be the version of you that makes it happen. I feel like that feels like word salad-y, but the people that get it, get it. Anyways, thank you for letting me tap into your energy. The readings today and yesterday have been chef's kiss. Oh, love it. This is the energy I love. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you in the next reading.